How's everyone doing? It's my birthday, and I decided to treat myself and get myself some Blu-rays and goodies, and I figured I'd go ahead and do a video on it. And let me get a drink first real quick. I'm addicted to ginger beer lately. This is Jamaican ginger beer. I've never tried this one before. Reed's. It's a little bit sweeter than other ginger beers, and there's no diet version of this. At least they didn't have it there. I usually get diet ginger beer when I get it. But I figured I'd go ahead and show that to you as well. I love ginger beer, and I got myself some ginger beer as well. I didn't include it in this video, but I kind of splurged and got some different ones. But first up, I got this awesome t-shirt from Ripped Apparel. If you can see that right there. And it says, Hide and Seek Championship Team, 1980, Camp Crystal Lake. And this is actually really cool to me because I live in New Jersey, and the first Friday the 13th movie was shot in New Jersey, so I thought that was really interesting. I've always felt kind of attached to the movie, partly because of that. And Ripped Apparel, if you don't know, it's a t-shirt company. They have 3 different designs every day for 24 hours. Then they actually give you like 12 more hours, but the price goes up a little bit. I think it's like 13 bucks a shirt. But they have those designs just for that period of time, and they go away, and they come up with new ones. But then they often bring them back later, too. So it's not always a guarantee that it's going to be the last time to get it for that day or 36 hours, essentially. But really cool shirt. Very happy to have that. Awesome. And I still want to see a Jason in the Snow, a Friday the 13th snowy setting movie. Again, it snows in Jersey, so why the heck not? And, you know, they had the original one shot here. Next up, so happy to add this to my collection. This is the Evil Dead Anchor Bay Limited Edition 10. Back in the day, Anchor Bay was like the king of horror. They had all these cool special editions, and they had a lot of these 10 editions, but I have a bunch behind me as well. I've shown them in previous videos. But this is for Evil Dead 2, and it's limited to 50,000, right there in the back. And this is signed up by Bruce Campbell, Ash, right there. His signature is very recognizable and unique. A few other people, Sid Haig is another one that's a really unique signature. But there you go. I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, I love the heck out of Evil Dead 2. It's my favorite of the Evil Dead franchise. Let me know what is your favorite from the Evil Dead franchise. Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Ash vs. the Evil Dead. I actually was a little bit skeptical about Ash vs. the Evil Dead. And then I watched it and I was blown away. I got sucked into it. I wish they were, instead of half-hour episodes, I wish they were like full-hour episodes because it's very entertaining. It is so ridiculous and over the top, and the cast is excellent, great cast chemistry. And I wish they would have utilized the Ashy Slashy puppet a little bit more, because that was really cool. But there you go. Very happy to add this to my collection. I got this from another collector, and he provided pictures of the signing. I think it was for his book signing, Bruce Campbell. It was the Hail to the Chin. I think that was the name of it. But there you go in the blue ink. I think it looks awesome. I'm going to put that on display. But I'll go ahead and open this up inside and show you. There's a nice thick booklet right there. Groovy. I guess there was an Evil Dead game. I never even knew that. That's pretty cool. And a little shafter selection thing. And there you go. And then it comes like a CD jewel case, the disc. So pretty cool. Again, these Anchor Bay 10s were like super collectible back in the day. I feel like a lot of the people on here making videos now like weren't really around during the DVD days and all that kind of stuff. So I still say DVD has the best collectible limited edition cool sets and stuff. Blu-ray has a while to catch up to that, but Blu-ray has put out some cool ones over the past couple of years, but there's so many amazing DVD sets out there. Next up, somebody was selling these two on Facebook, and I picked them up for a real good bargain, so I jumped on that. Once they gave me the price, I was like, yes! First up, a Criterion Collection, Akiru, which I absolutely love this movie, but I still say there is issues with the third act. There's certain things that weren't necessary, in my opinion, like kind of going over what he did and all the struggles that he did. It just kind of dragged out a little bit, but overall I love the movie. I think it's a classic. I think it's very emotionally moving and touching. It's basically about this elderly guy who's stuck in this job, kind of like a dead-end job. He's a bureaucrat. I'm trying to remember the exact title. Some kind of like local government kind of thing. And he's basically, they go through the paces of life every single day and just never really fully living life. And he finds out he is think it's stomach cancer or some kind of cancer, and it's basically he only has a few months to live, and he just changes his whole life, and he's trying to do good, essentially. And I thought it's amazingly shot, very well acted by the lead. Although there's certain scenes, I always remember like his facial expressions were kind of creepy. I wish they would have shown this scene a little bit more too, because there was just some tragically beautiful scenes. I love the scene when he meets the guy at the bar. That whole montage was probably my favorite part of the movie. But very happy to add that to my collection. Next up is Wolf Creek 2. This is with John Jarratt. I got to interview John Jarratt years ago. It was probably like his answers were the shortest responses to the questions that I gave of anyone. So it was just, I was like one of the very first interviews I did, especially with a celebrity like this. So that was a very cool opportunity. But he was direct and to the point. Wolf Creek 2, though, I love the heck out of this one. A really good, fast-paced horror action movie. Really good sequel. The first one was more about kind of like the build-up, the suspense, and then it culminates. This one, like, it's, you know, kind of balls to the wall, straight from the onset. But I love John Jarratt playing Mick Taylor. He just plays that dirty, grimy role so well. This one has just got some great gore effects, great kills in here. Just dirty, nasty, gritty, and entertaining as heck. If you like horror movies, I would definitely recommend Wolf Creek 2, a very good sequel. And I'm happy it came with the slipcover too. And next up, I picked up another Criterion Collection, David Lynch, The Art Life. He's an eccentric dude. Basically, this is kind of going over... first off, even before that, I want to say big job to the editor of this to make this kind of a cohesive storyline. But it's basically him talking about his life, his childhood, college, and stuff like that. Is dealing with his parents, dealing with life, girlfriends, and just kind of how different he was, and moving around a lot as a kid, and just certain things like that. And they only talk about really one movie in here, and that was Eraserhead. So it's really more about his early life and his early stuff that he did, his artwork. And even now, though, it does show him, like, working on stuff. And his artwork, if he wasn't famous, I feel like, I mean, I guess it's, anything could be art. So, but watching him do some of this stuff is just like, and watching him talk about some of this stuff, I'm like, I mean, it's interesting and insight, but at the same time, it's like, there's a fine line between crazy and eccentric. But he has put out some great films. I do enjoy his work. Eraserhead was actually like a life-changing movie for me. I watched it in film class like forever ago, and it just sucked me in. I had never seen anything like it at the time. Very surreal and haunting. I thought about it for ages afterwards. Let me know what your favorite David Lynch movie is. I hope to see more David Lynch releases from Criterion Collection as well. Next up is my first, I guess, premium kind of label pickup right here. It's from Nova Media, and this is A Tale of Two Sisters. I love that slipcase right there. Very cool. There it is, and there's the marking right there at the top. And it's kind of got a, kind of raised embossing right there, and it slides out. And there's actually, you can see there's interior stuff inside too. Well, obviously interior, but you probably can't see it. But that's pretty freaking awesome. That's a nice little added touch that stands out. And there's the Blu-ray case. And this is region free as well. And a really good haunting film. I know everybody craps on the remake, the American remake. I didn't think the American remake was terrible. Just unnecessary. I feel the same way about Let Me In, which was a much better remake. The remake of Let the Right One In. Let the Right One In was a transcendent horror film. Didn't need to be remade, but I thought the American remake was decent for, Let Me In. But again, unnecessary. Much better than The Uninvited, which was the remake of Tale of Two Sisters. I still enjoyed it, but nowhere near as good as this one. I'm looking forward to revisiting it. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I'm really happy to pick this edition up as well. A lot of these, what they call like premium labels and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of different ones, but they're just kind of expensive, and there's not too many movies that I can see myself picking up for those price points. This is one of the few ones that I could. Apocalypto is another one that I do plan to get. It has like a lenticular cover on one of their slipcases. Next up is Kong Skull Island on 4K Ultra HD. I thought this was a lot of fun. I kind of wish there would be a follow-up movie, kind of a prequel, if you will, of John C. Reilly and his character and what he went through the whole time on the island. I think that'd be kind of a cool thing. I feel like Samuel L. Jackson's playing a role he's played way too many times before, but I thought this was a really good cast here, and a really good visual effects, and a nice addition to the Kong franchise. And if you've seen the ending, let me know what you think of the ending. That's very exciting to me. So pretty good, and yeah, I'm happy to add this one to the collection for sure. Next up from Twilight Time is the Blob, the remake. This is out of print and goes for ridiculous money, and the reason that this one, to me, I picked this particular one up is because it's signed by the director, and I think these were limited to 100, and it's Chuck Russell right there. But to me, I like this one better than the original. This is one of the few times that I think the remake surpasses the original. And I love the casting here. Kevin Dillon, Shawnee Smith, who's in the Saw movies. She was also in Summer School, which is an all-time favorite movie of mine. But yeah, they were both really good. There's some. I remember watching this as a kid, and there was really good gore effects in here. Some really creepy ones that always like stuck with me. But love the heck out of this one. And this goes for, I've seen this go for like over $100. So I got this for a good deal, much less than that. And the fact that it was signed as well, very awesome to me. So again, very happy to pick this one up. I know there's different editions. I think there's maybe like an Australian edition or something like that. But there's the booklet, which is what was signed. This is how Twilight Time does these releases for a lot of the ones where the signatures are always in the inside. I prefer to have them on the front cover, but still very cool. And this is limited to 5,000 right there. So souped on that. And then the last pickup in this bunch is Arrow Video's release of Re-Animator. This is the 2-disc limited edition set right here. Really beautiful edition. Again, this is Stuart Gordon directed it. Great adaptation here. H.P. Lovecraft adaptation. Let me know what your favorite Stuart Gordon movie is. For me, it's From Beyond, but Re-Animator is right there as well. Love the heck out of this one. This has a comic, a limited edition exclusive 92-page bound booklet. And the original 1991 comic book adaptation of the movie is reprinted in its entirety. Disc 1 is the unrated version. Disc 2 is the integral version, which is a limited edition exclusive. So 4K restorations of them as well. So super awesome. I'll go ahead and slide this out. My only slight criticism is I do dig the artwork, but the original artwork is so classic, iconic, and perfect for me. So I feel like it almost wasn't necessary to do newly commissioned artwork. But wow, that is a super... I haven't even gotten a chance to look through this. Oh, I love the green page. That works so awesome. Awesomely. And I used to have the old edition that I... with the DVD set that came with like the pen, the highlighter. I actually got rid of that a while ago. I was trying to cut down. But I decided to, you know, still keep some stuff, collector's editions. But yeah, that one right there, I ended up letting go. But there we go. Very cool. And you've got some like art cards and stuff in here too. And there you go. There's another booklet right here. So just tons of goodies. So many. Love the heck out of this movie. But very happy to have this in my collection as well. It's a beautiful edition. Arrow Video is just killing it. But there you go. Those are my pickups. I'm definitely parched now. I've been talking like a mile a minute. Let me know what you think of these pickups and which was your favorite. Leave me a comment or a video response down below. And I hope everybody's doing well. Take care.